Welcome back to Whiteboard Thursday. This is an InboundREM video, and what we're going to talk about today is what does an effective Realtor CRM look like in 2026? This subject is directly impacted by all the conversations I've been having since we released a video about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, that was talking about the TOC's changeover in Follow-Up Boss, where basically they're going to take your data and enrich their Zillow Pro customers' profile set on shared data. All right. So since then, there's been just so many calls and so many conversations. Today, I was on the phone with Mike Berg. If you're in Chicago and you're looking for a great referral agent, send your stuff to Mike. But anyhow, we started talking about what does an effective CRM look like in 2026, and I decided just instantaneously that we're going to talk about that. What does an effective Realtor CRM look like in 2026? Here's what an effective CRM looks like. Here's the way the entire industry is going to go if it's not already going there right now. So there are tools out there right now that do old CRM things. That is Follow-Up Boss and even HubSpot to a degree and things like that. These tools are all tools that basically say you store data in there, you can send some automated text, you can do things like that, right? Those are all tools that have CRM functionality right now. I have a mortgage broker who's using GoHighLevel, and he is using an actual sales associate bot that takes PPC leads and has full conversations with them, completely pre-qualifies them, eliminates any necessity of him having to talk to them, and dumps them right into his calendar. Well, the future of marketing is going to look something more like this. An AI bot qualifies your customers. They drop them into a client. Most likely, since AI models are focused on serving up 1 or 2 answers per question, such as like a local realtor, they're only going to give somebody a few selections, so most likely it's a limited number of people. Search is changing rapidly. So what does that mean? That means you might have to lean on retargeting, remarketing, and other paid forms of advertising to drive a certain percentage of your response. But what you are also going to lean on is tools that are going to get as much data from that data stream automatically without sign-up forms, squeeze pages, lead registration requirements inside IDXs. All of that is becoming antiquated. Like, it was never really efficient for the last 10 years. It is so inefficient now, it's almost embarrassing, because you get a form, you have to fill out the entire form, whereas AI is making it so that you can transfer calls in real time directly into somebody's calendar. An end user already knows they're setting an appointment with you. There is no middleware between you and the relationship, which is what IDX typically does. And I use it across about 300 accounts, so I should know. And middleware is where you capture leads by interrupting a search process, which is annoying. Everybody here has to, like, if you're watching, you have to admit it's annoying. And even if you're the owner of one of these websites, it's annoying. All right, so we are all of us getting tired of middleware. Better to talk to an AI bot that can hold a full conversation with you and suss out your needs. This was all making the assumption that AI was sophisticated enough to do it. If I had not seen demos and actual use cases that say that it can now, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you. AI has finally caught up to its promise, from what I can see. Now, I've only seen it in the form of GoHighLevel bots. We're in the process of building out like complete transparency. We're in the process of building all this out because we do believe that it's there. So somebody goes into an advertisement, they click on a video, they may have your listing, they are on the video, they get an automatic text message because their data got scraped by a third-party tool. That's the only part of the process that hasn't been identified yet, but there are tools that do it. It's just getting those tools to communicate with AI is going to be in real time is the part of the process that hasn't been hammered out. But they either fill out a form or they click on something that's on the page. Like you can make an action plan work off any click that they do right now. That's currently available today. So anything they click on, you can get the sequence that kicks up so they get into the conversation with the bot. The bot then has a conversation that completely qualifies them, then drops them into your calendar. You keep the call and understand fully what your schedule is. That's currently what's happening. Then you leave video, like you leave notes, or AI is recording your entire conversational history with the customer in real time. So in other words, you either have a call on Zoom or Zillow, and the whole entire thing is recorded. AI makes notes, drops you a complete list of everything the client wants. That data is dumped automatically into your CRM because it communicates seamlessly with Zoom or however you're doing those calls. And at that point, the record is updated with birthday, kids, dogs, everything that you want. The data can be enriched and verified with another bot that goes out there and basically checks the facts of what they told you, notifies you of any discrepancies, and then all you're doing is going in and basically brushing through the CRM to make sure that it just looks correct to you. At that point, what you do with the record is you nurture it. And once again, AI bots come into play here. The way that we're headed is custom nurturing. You take that enriched data that you have in your record, and an AI will send out an email that is customized to that client. Now, that doesn't exist yet. That is, I'm telling you, what does an effective Realtor CRM look like in 2026? This is it. Your clients will be nurtured by automation, and they will be nurtured well based on their interest and the way that you program the model. We are already with ChatGPT 5 able to enrich an AI model with the data that model has collected off your own data set. That's your customers, your interests, everything that you currently have in a CRM. So now what you need is a CRM that works seamlessly with ChatGPT 5. Does it work with all of them? No. A lot of these models don't necessarily want to let you in. I hope you guys are starting to understand that what looks the best currently, and I'm not saying all like forever, but what looks the best is like an open source model, and the only one that I found that seems really viable and credible is GoHighLevel, which is why we are going to build out, actually we've already built out a CRM. We're just refining it and testing it at this moment. So if you have an interest in anything that I'm saying and you're curious to see what I think a CRM looks like in 2026, you're going to hit the link down below and you're going to schedule a call with me, except that I am not currently using AI to qualify you. So you can just get straight into my calendar. So all of this is going to be present in 2026. Now, let me be super specific for all of you because I know for some of you this is raising more questions than it's answering. What CRMs are positioned well? None of them. Sorry. GoHighLevel is the best I've seen. I'm not saying it's perfect. It requires a lot of customization to make it workable for a real estate agent. I just saw something where Aaron Franklin says he hasn't seen a successful integration. I have, okay? Donald Porter from the Agent League, I've seen it. He's given me access. For those of you who are trying to find something that like somebody who is literally making $1 million right now in commission using GoHighLevel, this is the guy. This is the only one I've seen, but he is a fully customized version of GoHighLevel, which is why we've partnered with him, and I'm using his version to start InboundREM CRM. So, or I'm going to use much of it. So what you really want to know is how badly is whatever you're using going to be impacted? Probably. Well, Follow-Up Boss, for those of you watching, very few of you should probably legitimately be using Follow-Up Boss anymore, unless you want to just make the job easier for competitors. Now, it's not a 5-alarm fire to leave, so don't panic, but I would strongly suggest that if you are not looking at leaving, you should be looking at leaving, because they are no longer playing nice. They're going to use your data to make your job harder. That's it, full stop. I can't be any more simple about it. They've already put it in writing. I've had plenty of clients call and test this. It's a fact, Jack. So they still have a great CRM. They were the leader. They're not the leader anymore. The negative is too strong not to give them like a 2 out of 10 because you are literally fueling and funding your competitor if you use them. Unless, of course, you're a Zillow client, then by all means, continue to use them. All right. So having said that, but understand if you are a Zillow client, they have now full permission to use your data. And if you ever stop being a Zillow client, they can keep that enriched data and hand it off to other people who are purchasing their services. Just be aware of that. It is now a Zillow tool designed only for Zillow's in benefit. Okay? So, all right, what does an effective Realtor CRM look like in 2026? Well, CR Interactive is woefully out of date. All the custom-built ones like IDX Broker and all those people that have CRMs, of which the list is too long, all the WordPress plugins, all the like Wix, Square, all the kvCOREs, the Boomtowns, their kits were okay at the end of 2024. They were probably, none of them probably was above a 6 of 10. Right now, with the way AI is going, I'm going to give them all like a 3 of 10 because they don't do all of this stuff. I don't even know that they have open access to let you enrich the data of like ChatGPT 5. I'm not sure. Maybe they do. And if they do, that's one thing you could do, is use all your data that's already in those platforms to get a large language like institutional model, which would be valuable to all of you. Okay, but let's just say they don't give access. Well, that means that you are losing out on a major technology shift that is right in front of you. None of them are really connected seamlessly into email providers. There are a lot of these platforms like Follow-Up Boss that currently have integrations. I've been on record for a long time saying that the future of real estate marketing was in the integration space, and it turns out that I was right. What GoHighLevel's strength is the fact that it integrates with over 1,200 applications natively and easily can work with Zaps. That just means that we can plug in almost any AI tool, any email tool. Well, email's limited, but there are so many options that you have the ability to craft a really compelling circular informational funnel using, in most cases, an automated tool set. Now, you should be managing these automated tools, but you could spend probably a weekend building a really compelling AI toolkit and have it do a ton of things that you're not doing right now. So overall, raising your total marketing efficiencies to such a high degree that whatever you're losing in a lack of personalization would be gained in volume and efficiency. So I think the big points are, make sure that you understand, make sure that as you exercise this technology, that you do so responsibly. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to figure out how to get data in mass into my, like, all the people that are visiting your website, your videos, stuff like that. We're going to be able to collect their data, or a lot of it. Like, that technology already exists. Now, what these tools do with it is going to be the level of responsibility that we have to follow. Like, how many emails are they sending, how many text messages are they sending, things like that. And that isn't, the way that we have the Porter process built out is very limited AI interactions. There are very specific triggers based on very specific landing pages and things that people are looking for. So it's not completely like an automated flywheel. Yet, I intend to do the automated flywheel. So I'm going to improve what he already has over the next few months. But in the meantime, we do have something ready to go. All right, that's it. That's been my if you guys are thinking that, like, if this is a good subject, listen, this is a very much in real time, happening today kind of subject. And by the end of this year, by the end of 2020, this will have changed. I really would love more feedback from some of you in the comment section. Am I losing you? Do you agree? Do you strongly disagree? Do you even use a CRM? Is this even an important topic to you? Let me know in the comments, please. All right, I'll see you next time.